Good evening from Simmons Sports Center. Welcome into you on this beautiful Prince Edward Island Valentine's Day as we're getting ready for the second last game of the season in the MMGHL here for the Eastern Stars and the Western Wolves. We've got senior night, the last home game here for the Eastern Stars. They have 6 graduates, and we'll mention this a little bit as the PA announcer goes along here. May or may not be the end of the hockey road for these girls. Some will continue to play further, but for the moment, they're down to their final home game in minor hockey. Six graduates on behalf are on tap here for the Eastern Stars, and on Monday night we'll do the same thing again for the Western Wolves as they will have a rematch. A nice commendation being described here.
Please join us in recognizing this graduate, our assistant captain, number 19, Maya.
So Maya Larkin. And Maya Larkin coming from a strong hockey background and hockey family. Brother Cole playing with UPEI Panthers. Sister Abby with Dalhousie Tigers. A lot of these girls have played together for years against each other and in provincial teams as well. Bella Fitzpatrick. Nice hug from Coach Dad there as well. And the Fitzpatrick's another strong hockey family. Younger sister Raina, number 11 on this team, and big brother Easton. Bella, a graduate of the Central Storm program and now the Eastern Stars. Some significant athletic credentials outside of hockey as well, field hockey and soccer. And Caitlin McGinnis is honored here as well, planning to attend UPEI for field hockey next fall. That leaves us with 3 remaining. And a long history of goaltending in the family.
This season brought an unexpected change in direction, but she handled it with maturity and determination, and we were fortunate that she chose to finish her hockey career with the Eastern Stars. She plans to attend the University of PEI in the fall to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Biology while continuing to see where hockey may take her. Please help me in recognizing number 1, Grace.
And goaltender Grace Dunn. I'll give you a Grace Dunn story here as we get going. Uncle Stu, Father Brian, Grandfather Tom, a long history of goaltenders in the Dunn family.
Some of her most memorable moments include winning the U18 Atlantic Championship in dramatic overtime fashion and representing the Atlantic region at the SO Cup. She has finished in the top 10 Maritime Hockey League scoring in each of the past 2 seasons, and as an underager, she was honored with the Maritime All-Rookie selection. She currently holds the Eastern Stars franchise record for games played, surpassing 150 games of Stars uniform.
150 games played, all-time leading games played for the Eastern Stars franchise. That in itself is an amazing accomplishment. For assistant captain Emily Lutley. And Emily Lutley being recognized, an all-time star.
Her final star stepped onto the ice at 18 months old, and there was no turning back. Beginning as a teammate in 2012, she progressed through Charlottetown Modern Hockey before joining the Central Storm program, where she helped capture provincial titles at every level, Adam, PB, and Ben. Since joining the Eastern Stars in 2023, she has continued to elevate her game. Her hockey resume includes
An impressive resume for our final recognition of the night.
back-to-back years, 2 Atlantic championships, and competing at the SO Cup last season. Most recently, she earned selection to Team Atlantic and brought home silver medal at the U18 Women's National Championships. Currently sitting 3rd in Maritime Girls Hockey.
And we'll have a big round of applause here for
Toronto this fall to study kinesiology while continuing her athletic career.
Captain Ellie Mullins.
Please give it up for our captain, number 98, Ellie Mullins.
Very well deserved recognition for the captain, who, as was announced, is planning to attend University of Toronto to join big sister Maggie. I've got a couple of Ellie Mullins stories I can pass your way as well. A very special night. Very special night, pardon me, for not only the girls, but their teammates and their families. This is never an individual accomplishment, and I can tell you for sure that it takes a lot of hard work from not just the players, but their families, their parents, their grandparents, coaching staff, supporters, all the way along to get to this point. So congratulations, very well earned for all of our honorees this evening. And we'll do the same again, I believe, on Monday night for the Western Wolves. But we do have a game to play tonight, and we'll set it up for you here momentarily. The Eastern Stars come into this game with a 17-20-1 record, good for 35 points and 6th in the league. The Western Wolves are one notch behind them and standing 7th, 12 wins, 23 losses, and 3 ties, good for 27 points. Season series at the moment, after 3 games, is a slight edge, 2-1 in favor of the Stars. Most recently in late January, a 5-2 victory for the Stars here at Simmons. We'll see what Valentine's Day, a lot of love brought so far into this facility. No doubt the Western Wolves would love to spoil the party. We'll have puck drop coming off momentarily We're very glad to have you. My name is Mark Rooney. Happy Valentine's Day to all. This is a beautiful way to finish off your day. Hope you've had a great one. Place is electric and we're all set to go. We are underway from beautiful Simmons Sports Center in beautiful Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Slips back into center. Forced ahead, picked up by graduating Bella Fitzpatrick. Now Lutley, another graduate, trying to dish off to Raina Fitzpatrick. Tripped up by Wall of the Wolves. Back to the blue line. Fitzpatrick able to keep that in. Cross ice, nobody there. Good chase down there by Duncan of the Wolves. The Wolves make a quick change. Fresh legs right away. Perhaps coach saw something matchup-wise that they would prefer. And Aislinn McAdam, who missed the last game I would have called between these two, is back. McNeil in front. Couldn't get a handle on it, was McAdam. That's Thomas in the corner. Will dig for it. Starting goaltenders. Tegan Young for the Down East Auto Parts Eastern Stars. And 200 feet away will be number 1, Peyton Crozier. That was tipped along the Stars bench. And we'll get that knocked down and have a whistle back in Stars territory. As you may have heard, perhaps not sure how much you could hear through my microphone in the PA, but Ellie Mullins of the Stars sitting third in league standings with 52 points. And she leads the Stars as well. And Kinley Duncan on the other side with 24 points leading the Wolves. Those are your top point getters for each respective team. Wolves doing an excellent job of forechecking at this point. Holding down the Stars. Picked up along the near boards by Stevenson. She'll push it deep. Back forward is Citrome. Wheels behind her. Battle for it along the half wall. Physical play from Lutley. That'll settle in on the goal stick of Young. And with almost 2 minutes gone, we'll get another stoppage in play here in Charlottetown. Mullins breaks out of her own zone, hits the red line. She'll dump it in. Raina Fitzpatrick charging hard behind the goal. First to it is McPherson. They'll get that out. Will the Wolves? Contact by Murray along her bench. No call on that one. That'll be up to Citrome. Feeds Mullins. Redirects that back in. And it'll be a chase down in the corner. Starting out with is Thomas. She'll get to her red line. Defensive battle so far. Nothing really in the way of a scoring opportunity so far. Now that's Fitzpatrick. We'll get that to Lutley. Swings that around to Mullins. This line's been on a long time. They are the veterans, and Mullins will start out. She'll lug that. Defending her is McNeil. They get to center and no further. McNeil able to get that deep, and the Wolves will change. Mullins will also go for a change. Autumn Bradley swings it around the opposite side. Braylon Walker out of her reach. McNeil. Neat move, but has lost it. Walker gaining some speed. Onside. Knocked out, however, by the Wolves. They'll look for it along their own bench. Backhanded out. And it'll get to center where it's turned back over to Bradley. She'll push it in. Cross ice turnover within the Wolves zone, and backhanded out of trouble was Blackier. Bradley back, some pressure on her. Good forechecking. We've seen that out of the Wolves this season. That's Kayla Mills hard on the puck. Charging in now is Stevenson. Whipped around by Fitzpatrick. McPherson pinches in on that one. Now Fitzpatrick will hit the long pass. Try to anyhow to hits. And that will go deep as Matheson chases after that. Out but not much. Maya Larkin. And that is Fisher. Pardon me, Stevenson getting that deep for the Wolves. Now back comes McGuigan. McGuigan one-on-one shot. Kicked away by Peyton Crozier. Her first test. Trying to be now. Here's Allie Murray. Behind everybody. Puck a little too far for her. She'll try the wraparound. She'll get a shot on Young. A weak one at that. And Young is got the stick in the paddle down, and she'll grab that one. I mentioned during the introductions the strong goaltending family that Grace Dunn comes from. She's not in the net tonight. She'll play on Monday, presumably. A little bit more on that story momentarily. Long pass intended for Mullins. It's past Waugh. All the way back for it now is Pino. Oh, a chip in front from Lutley, and that went wide. Pushing in is Gindon. Go across to Citrome, who called for the pass. She'll take it in deep in Wolves territory. Battle in the corner, and away with it comes McNeil. McNeil has got support. McNeil crosses the other side of the ice. She'll center it, no harm, as that's picked up by the Stars defender. Citrome now finds Lutley. That intended pass is wide. It'll be a battle for it, and it will be icing. It will be icing against the Stars. So we'll go 200 feet back the other way. So yes, Grace Dunn, not only Uncle Stu, but Father Brian and Grandfather Tom, who passed recently. All goaltenders in that family. And Dad Brian and myself were good friends in childhood. And he was an excellent goaltender, still is. And I have since picked up the position late in life, but I'm enjoying it a lot. So both. The other side of that story is that my own son, my younger one, born on the very same day as Grace, is also an extremely high quality goaltender. So both dads, good friends in childhood, have found themselves with high-quality goaltenders at this stage in life. So a neat little connection in a story there. That one will go back the other way for Bradley. She's bumped. Puck stolen in front. Now Murray shot. Backhand in front, looking for a stick or rebound. Shot by Pino. Scores! Excuse me, that is Pino. Indeed it is. Pino with a screenshot. Young, no doubt, could not see that. I can't imagine. I couldn't see it. And the Western Wolves will slip into the lead, 1-0. That's Pino's just second goal of the season, and she certainly made it count. There's a shot. Crozier able to slide that across into the far corner. So the Wolves trip to Charlottetown. Some of them it's a long trip, depending on where they reside. The very big catchment area from just west of Charlottetown to the very tip of the island. And they have, for the moment, spoiled the Valentine's Day and senior night here. An awful long way to go in this one, of course. In front, dangerous! Oh, that was... in front, it's still on the goal line, and it's in! Somehow it got through Young and slipped in. The Stars are protesting mildly anyhow. And that looks like McNeil, who was in the right spot at the right time, and the Western Wolves have doubled their lead to 2. Callie McNeil finds the net for the 11th time this season. And that's her 21st point. Something that Dad Trevor was never too good at, scoring goals. Of course, he was a goaltender, so let's be fair. Shout out to Trevor if you're not in the rink watching tonight. All the way back, Ginden is turned around. Wolves forechecking. Mills. Picked up by Webster now. She'll dump that deep and go for a change. Wolves have got some momentum now. Player with a neat move. He'll backhand in, and she will look for fresh legs. Wolves with McPherson start out, go cross ice, onside. Wolves with good numbers. Trying to get it across to McPherson perhaps. And Bella Fitzpatrick will bank that off to player. Excuse me, that's McKenzie, pardon me. And settling that down at center. The Wolves will push it back in. Now McKenzie picks up the loose puck. She opts to get it deep, but not all the way as back comes Blackier. Goes across ice to McAdam. She'll work down the near boards. Tied up there by Fitzpatrick. Wraps that around. All the way over to Sister Reyna. And she bodies her opponent in front of the Stars bench. Now Fitzpatrick finds Mullins on the fly. Mullins gets it ahead. Nice reception of the pass. Fitzpatrick, good puck movement here. Lutley can't get the shot through. Block, tries again. Bouncing puck. Never did find the goaltender Crozier. Some nice puck movement there by the Stars as they sit down 2. This is McNeil again looking for more. Nice stop by Young. Got that one in the breadbasket. Underway again as we approach the 10-minute mark. And the Wolves continue to be all over the Stars in their own zone, pushing hard, making a nuisance of themselves as invited guests here for senior night. This is Walker. Larkin tries to go deep with it, and too many players on the ice. We can count 6. So a bit of a hiccup in the change for the Wolves. And this will be the first player advantage coming the way of the Stars. First for either team, of course. So just halfway through the period now, the Eastern Stars will take their power play and see what they can do with it. Fitzpatrick, a hard shot. Crozier stands up and blockers that away. Smart move by the goaltender. 22% power play. That's a pretty good. Now a delayed penalty going against the Stars as Young has slipped towards the Stars bench. Maintaining the puck are the Stars. They work it around as they get extra power play time, and the Wolves finally do touch it. The penalty was too many players, of course. That was an obvious one. We'll get this one now. This is going to be McPherson, and a head contact call against McPherson. So the Stars were able to get about 20 extra seconds of power play opportunity, with Young headed towards the bench. And now they'll have the 2-player advantage. Over to Larkin. Tries with opportunity. Mullins shot. Nice blocker save. Crozier, she's back up quick. Best scoring opportunity, I think, of the evening for the Stars. So it's 5-on-3 for well over a minute. Stars, of course, would like to make it 5-on-4, meaning they will have scored player. She'll wrap that around. With 5-on-3, you can afford to take your time and try to set up that perfect opportunity. Back to Larkin. Fitzpatrick goes back to Larkin. Trying to get the handle. Back to Fitzpatrick. She's got a heavy shot. There it is. Another nice blocker save from Crozier. Steered into the corner. Mullins. The player finding Mullins again. Nice stick from Black here. One time. Mullins puts it over the glass. This will be a 4-minute head contact, in fact, going to McPherson. So golden opportunities here for the Stars to get their way back into this one. 20 seconds remaining in the first. Penalty for too many players on the ice. Pushed ahead. Raina Fitzpatrick. Backhand. Neat play there. McKenzie kept in by Citrome. Behind to Fitzpatrick. He'll go back to Citrome. Shot from the point. Redirected wide of the goal. Stars are back to a 5-on-4 as the Wolves player is back on the ice. Still 2.5 minutes remaining in the 4-minute head contact to McPherson. Matheson goes to the free defenseman shot. Didn't get through. Hit somebody in front. I need some super slow-mo to see that one. Regardless. Not in the net. There's a shot in front. It's in! And I think Braylon Walker will get credit for this one. There's a scramble in front of Peyton Crozier. And probably a redirection. Regardless, it's a good goal, and it's now 2-1. Well, capitalizing on the player advantage are the Eastern Stars, and with 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, we have ourselves a 2-1 hockey game. Player trying to stick handle her way through. Good team defense by the Wolves. That one settles behind Crozier and the Wolves' goal. Pino trying to hit McNeil on the fly. It's a little too far for here. No icing. That's Walker's 10th marker on the season, and Crozier will scoop that one up for the stop. Walker's 10th on the season to go along with 7 helpers for 17 points. One-time shot from Fitzpatrick, didn't get a lot on it. And Crozier was able to handle that nicely. Now, the Wolves nearly broke for a 2-on-1. Mullins trying to find her stick and the puck at the same time. Player just going to sweep that along into the Wolves zone. Waugh trying to pull that up. He'll go back to Murray behind her goal. And she, catches the Stars' Fitzpatrick on the helmet, which hopefully didn't hurt, but certainly nullified the icing. The attempted icing. Clear the puck down, and now kept in by Citrome. She'll get a shot. Pretty good one, too. Peyton Crozier with the glove and the stop. Just 21 seconds remaining on the 4-minute head contact to McPherson of the Wolves. Puck drop to the left of Crozier. McKenzie will chase after that. Now can't get it all the way back, and it's shoveled forward. Stevenson trying to slip through now. Here comes Webster all the way down. If nothing else, the penalty is over, and the Wolves have killed off 1. 2-1 we sit. 15 minutes into period number 1 here on a Saturday night. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Senior night for the Down East Stars. And on Monday night, we'll be back with you from Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, where it will be senior night for the Western Wolves. Puck shot from the point, didn't get all the way through. Now Walker takes it across her blue line, stops up, waiting for help. And this may be icing as Blackier, and it will be. Blackier looking for the change, got it all the way deep. However, that went a little too far, so the change will not happen. Player and Murray with the face-off, two top players respectively for their teams. Player now behind the goal, backhand dangerous, and is in front, kept out by the Wolves and almost kept in by Maya Larkin. Chip forward, and that's going to land inside the Wolves bench. So we'll get the stoppage of play. 4:17 is what we have left on the clock. I'll come back just outside the Stars blue line. What a game earlier today in the league between the Flames and the Rockets. The Rockets at the top of the standings and the Flames toward the bottom. And the Rockets eked past the Flames 3-2 only. So shout out there. That must have been a strong performance. Icing on the call, back to the right of Young as the puck drops. Stars not able to get that out. That's Blackier standing tall at the blue line. Push back in, a quick touch, inadvertent though it may be from Blackier. And we'll get the icing call there, or excuse me, the offside call there. Other games going on right now. Capitals in a shootout have taken down the high-flying Lindsay Surge 3-2. So lots of excitement going on in the league. Subway Selects, the other top team, have handled the Cape Breton Lynx 4-1. So some dandies, and we have ourselves one of those here as well. All the way in, looking to wrap that around and get some support. Shot didn't make it to Young. Now it is. In front, scores! Backhanded over the left shoulder of Young. And off the stick of Kayla Mills, the Western Wolves have regained a 2-goal lead. With 3 minutes even to go in period number 1. So some tenacious forechecking has worked out for the Wolves, and they regain their 2-goal lead. No doubt would love to take that into the first period. The Stars would love to get back on. That's going to be delayed offside. Helper is Miley Stevenson. Walker bangs into Duncan. Puck lands on the stick of Gindin. She'll go cross ice. Delayed offside. And back the other way is McKenzie. McKenzie with a shot right on. The rebound is there. It's still loose. Crozier frantically trying to find it, as is everybody else, including the official. And somehow Crozier landed on top of it after 3 or 4 seconds of mayhem to get the whistle with 125 seconds to go. Puck drop is going to be to the right of the aforementioned Crozier. Officials talking with Wolves head coach Marilyn Forte. I'm not quite sure, of course, what the conversation is detailing. I can confirm that it's over, and we're ready to go with 125 ticks to go in period number 1. Wolves with a 3-1 lead coming down to Charlottetown on senior night. It's loose in front. Cleared away by Richards, who saved the day there. And now I know what the discussion was all about. I didn't see the penalty on the call, but Murray will sit for head contact. Now there's a shot. It's on. Crozier, deep, in her goal, scrambling, and it's in. Another power play goal. And that one is by Lutley. Emily Lutley with her 22nd goal of the season. Another scramble in front. Crozier's had a lot of messes develop in front of her crease, and that one resulted in a goal, and in fact a power play goal. So the strong power play percentage that the Stars are scoring on has only gotten better this evening with 2 of them. And we're going to have ourselves a dandy tonight, right to the last second, I'm confident. Stevenson against Lutley. Won by Stevenson. Back to the Wolves defender. The announcement is Fitzpatrick, whether that's right or wrong. That would glove to head now as Waugh kept that in. And I feel that the announcement is incorrect, and I believe we're going to get a correction on that. Fairly confident that was Lutley, even though I couldn't see the mess in front very well as we approached the last minute of play. That one's prevented from seeing Young. Murray trying to backhand that in front. She had help. And now Player chips it ahead. Not out. Kept in at the line by Duncan. Forced back are the Stars. It's Ginden. Trying to slide through. Player back to support. Walker can't get it through again. Now Player. She'll finally bank it across. Try to chip that ahead. Got into the skates of Richards. No advancement. Now Walker. Walker with help coming. If she can find Mackenzie, sets up in front. Tied up nicely by Richards behind the goal. We've got just 10 seconds to go. And that's Carly McGuigan. McNeil sends that around. Pinching in is Citrom, and that will do it for period number 1. It's been a dandy. Lots of offense, lots of defense. 3-2 as the Western Wolves come into Charlottetown and advance their hopes of evening this season series at 2 before the night is over with a 3-2 first period advantage. Please stick around. Maybe go get yourself a little Valentine's Day chocolate, and we'll be back for period number 2 on High Button Sports. Back with you for period number 2. Mark Rooney on High Button Sports. We've got ourselves a good one going on Valentine's Day. Western Wolves with a 1-goal lead, 3-2. Hello to all those who are not able to be here in person. And we hope you're having a nice day. Won the season series, in terms of Eastern Stars with a 2-1 lead in that series. And the Wolves trying to even it before Game 5 on Monday night at the APM Center in Cornwall. We'll be on hand for that one. Now Raina Fitzpatrick with a bit of a break, trying to get all the way in there, and it will be icing against the Wolves. Against the Stars. Now a little bit of a discussion at center, and we may do this one at center. Outside. It was a delayed offside. I may have missed that. Excuse me if I did. Again, another conversation between the Wolves bench and the referees. It's the last game of the day in the league. As I said, 3 other games today. Don't think the Stars are going to drop in terms of standings. The Wolves are too far behind them to catch at this point. And this one will be icing. Eight-point lead the Stars have on the Wolves in the standings. Both having played 38 games. This is number 39 in the season. So the best the Wolves can do with a win tonight and a win on Monday. There's a shot from the point. It hits a body. It's loose. Lutley mugged as she tried to get that puck out, but successfully she does. McPherson had it chipped over her and whistled down a hand pass as the Stars were on the fly. But it will come back. So in saying that, the Wolves, the best they can do is get to within 4 points with a win tonight and a win Monday. However, there is that satisfaction of the season series. Puck drop. And now Player through center. Player, stick lift. Pass. Walker. Big save from Crozier. The best of the night. Excellent setup from Player to Walker. And Crozier with a dandy stick save. And the call is going to be interference. And this will give the Western Wolves their first player advantage of the evening. So let's check in on their statistics. 13% goal rate on the power play, and they of course would love to improve on that. Wolves start out from their own zone. This is Pino. Gets that up to Murray. Thomas, who backhands that in deep. Cross ice pass. Stevenson trying to catch up with that one. Go back to McNeil. Floats that one through. It did get all the way through. I'm not sure if Young saw that one. some bodies in front. Now Larkin gets a hold of that. Gets to the line and not out. McNeil zips that across to the D partner. Battle forward in the corner between Waugh and the Stars defender Larkin. Now McNeil with a shot. It's tipped in front. Mills was in an excellent position, screening the goaltender and able to get a stick on that. 45 seconds remaining, and the player advantage for the Wolves. They hold a 3-2 lead as we're early in period number 2. Murray now. Strong skating, hustling to keep it in is Blackyer. Banks that in. Stars being pushed deep in their own zone, trying to tie up the puck and take some time off the power play. And a good job done there by Gindon. Wolves Murray. Back to McNeil. That is McPherson. Now the shot. Back to Duncan, lands on her and into the chest of Young. And she'll settle that one into the gear and get the stoppage as the penalty has expired. Face off now to the right of, my right, left of Young. And player loses that under feet, able to backhand up the wall. McKenzie can't get that out. Kept in by Stevenson. And now the Stars are able to get that. Giving chase is Richards. He'll backhand that across. A no-look pass. McGuigan charging in. She's upended. Player tied up behind the goal by Richards. Now digging forward is Stevenson. McGuigan comes away with it, calling for it at the point. Larkin with a shot. Goes back, essentially a shot pass, trying to backhand that in. Crozier seals the ice and the post. No dice there. Mullins wraps it back behind. Player will get a tripping call, and she knows it. Waiting for a Stars player to touch the puck. The Wolves get the extra attacker on. Not much time, however, for that. And the inadvertent trip from Caden's player will send her to the box and will send the Wolves to their second consecutive power play. So we'll see if the Stars' strong penalty kill can survive yet another one. 87%. McNeil into the slot. Finds Stevenson. Comes back to McNeil at the point. McNeil the extra forward on there. And that one's picked up by Lutley and sent the length of the ice. So there's 30 seconds. A quarter of the penalty is done. Pino takes it from behind her own. And the Stars will be penalized yet again as Crozier, a mad dash for the bench. Get her heart rate up a little bit. And boy, oh boy. This will be a two-player advantage now for the Western Wolves. For a minute and 21 seconds, that's what remains on the player penalty, and Lutley will go. And not only is Coach Fitzpatrick down two players, he's down two of his best. So the Wolves with a shot blocked by Bella Fitzpatrick. Mullins digging. Won't find a harder worker out there than Ellie Mullins. Two Wolves on top of her. Stevenson and Murray trying to free the puck. Mullins will tie it up. It squirts free back to Duncan. Duncan goes across the black here. Slashing is the call. McPherson gets that. Mullins gets rid of it. 45 seconds remains on the player penalty. Blackier loses the puck momentarily in her own zone. Regains it, Blackier. And this may be icing. So a boo-boo there in terms of a misconnected pass. And that'll take the action down back in front of Peyton Crozier. Fitzpatrick and Murray. Puck lands back in the stick of Blackier. 25 seconds remaining on the two-player advantage. Out comes Blackier. Crosses the blue line, chips it in. Makes the change. Stars are going to be first to it. And Bella Fitzpatrick gets that 200 feet in the other direction, and that will allow player back on the ice. First penalty done. No damage done for the Wolves. Now player out of the box, fresh. Trying to make a move on McNeil. She's digging hard. Puck's going to escape. Turned over at the red line. Go back to Bella Fitzpatrick. Trying to find it. She'll get that up to Raina Fitzpatrick, and she will push the Wolves back in. First to it's going to be Player. Player going to try to tie that up. She got 3 Wolves on top of her. Just 10 seconds remaining. Looks like the Stars are going to get out of another jam. Still trailing 3-2, however. Back come the Wolves. Nice pass, cross. Young slid across beautifully. Followed that in all the way into the chest gear. And a nice solid save from Tegan Young to keep this at a 1-goal differential. Wolves work it across the blue line. Some good battles along the boards here in this evening. Of course, playing against your island rivals. Nobody wants to give an inch. Mullins sidesteps at the blue line, and a turnover. And the Wolves will make some changes. They'll send in Stevenson, first 2. Now Raina Fitzpatrick. She'll go cross ice to Mullins. Chips ahead. Pino back. And that one sent the length of the ice. It's going to be a nice battle. No icing. Larkin back for it. May not be first to it. Good forechecking from Blackier. Pardon me, Webster. Now a nice turnover. Stevenson with a shot. Solid save from the stick from Young. Again, turnover. A shot from the point. A nice leg save again. That was off McPherson. Well, the Wolves pressuring the Stars. Probably the first season, I think, where there's been comparable parity between the two teams. I stand to be corrected. I'm relatively new to these two teams, but I believe that's relatively accurate. Apologies if it's not. Now there's a tripping call. There was not. I didn't mean to call that one for the referees, and that's certainly kind of what it looked like from my vantage point. A scramble in front. McAdam was able to clean that up. Goaltender Crozier happy with that, of course. All the way back down. Scores! Heavy shot from Caden Thomas, top corner, and it's 4-2, Western Wolves. So the Stars went from potentially, again, my own vantage point, looking at a power play. The call was not made, however, and they have now gone down 2. Turned over now. Shot in. That one was from Matheson, and that hit a leg. Didn't get to goaltender Crozier. Back the other way, Stevenson. Wraps that around. First to it is Myers. Here's Lutley. Up to Fitzpatrick. Can't handle that heavy pass. Back into the opposite corner. First to it's going to be Duncan. She'll backhand that out. Clean change, although close from the Wolves. In front. And Young had to be super sharp on that. That hit a skate or a stick and slipped dangerously close to the goal line. Getting close to the halfway mark of period number 2. Shot, sharp angle from Mills. That went through everything. Picked up by Waugh. She's got Murray, chased by Ginden. And this is Lutley behind her own goal. Good strong pass. Mullins try to hit. Fitzpatrick on the fly. Fitzpatrick with it now. She'll throw that in on Crozier. Settles it. Leaves that for Pino. Up to Duncan along the side wall. Citrone backhands that. Now Stars trying to get the puck in deep and get some offensive forechecking going. Pino with a stick on that. Almost held in by Ginden. It would have been a beauty play. Citrone now. She's forced back. She's got Duncan on her. Player bumped into Walker. Teammate, of course. And now the Stars have it inside Wolves territory. A nice escape, however, by Thomas, but only to center. And that's Bella Fitzpatrick rattling that back in. Stars looking to get the puck deep. Have not had a lot of offensive zone time here in period number 2. Shot hit a floating stick, in fact. Fitzpatrick, nice job to keep that one at the blue line and no further. Here comes McGuigan. Trying to make something happen behind the goal. Wolves 4, Stars 2. Charging after that, a good hustle by Bellaray Matheson. She'll get the return pass. McGuigan's parked in front. Quick move now from Stevenson, and out she comes. Banks that in, and the Wolves will change. 8:17 in period number 2 is what we have remaining. McNeil overskated that behind her goal. The Wolves set up. Pass complete to McAdam. Along the boards, battle for it, just inside the Stars blue line. Stevenson trying to get it free to McAdam. It's free now. However, nice defense by Bradley. The shot. Oh, a great glove save from Young. That's a beauty. That was headed top corner. And Young flashed the leather on that one. Back the other way is Stevenson. Black here along the half wall, battles with Larkin. It's tied up there. 4 players look for the puck. It comes free. Lutley now. Mills behind the goal. Lutley backhands that up the half wall. Doesn't make it even that far. Black here able to keep it in with the leg. Duncan now trying to get free for a shot. It's there, redirected. And I think Young was able to get a blocker or a stick to bank that behind the goal. Wolves with lots of pressure now on the Stars. Nice redirect into the corner from Young. It's in front. Dangerous, and Raina Fitzpatrick sets out. She'll push that deep, and the Stars forwards will change. if they can find her. Charlie Webster was in behind the last star. Couldn't quite get it to her. Now Murray backhands it across, picked up by McKenzie. Now there's a chance the Stars have some good numbers. Walker, shot, big leg save from Crozier. Kicked that all the way out. 6:15 remaining. I'm behind a couple of seconds in my clock. It's 6:04 to be quite honest with you. Walker shot. Shoulder save from Crozier. In front again, Walker, third look at it. The net's empty, scores! So Brooklyn McKenzie gets on the score sheet for her third of the season. And a much needed boost of offense from the Stars as they've narrowed the lead to 1. Crozier under no sooner did I say the words, not much offensive zone pressure from the Stars, and then on onslaught, Crozier made about 3 saves. And in the scramble, the net was open just for a moment. McKenzie able to pick it up on the side and slide that in to make it a 4-3 hockey game with approaching 5 minutes remaining. Stars take it to the blue line, but not out. Richards now redirect, and that was McNeil who had a good look in front. Pino pushes that ahead. Still inside. Wolves with some pressure. Stevenson gives chase. Now Matheson goes rink wide. Trying to find McKenzie. Out from the mess is Murray. Hallie Murray drops for Duncan. Duncan with a nice move. Duncan to the slot. Shot high. That may have hit a body or a stick on the way through. It was a nice little dipsy doodle from Kinley Duncan. I know better than that. Now Mullins, little wide pass. Here's Lutley charging her. Oh, a stick. Just in the way there by McPherson. Save would have been a gorgeous opportunity. Shot again, nice save. Crozier, it's loose. Where is it? Referee finally blows that dead as there are 8 bodies in the mess, and now some shoving and pushing ensue. So, the Stars come close again to leveling this. You'll have to forgive my voice, been battling sinus issues all winter long, no fun at all, and when I get a little excited over a play or two, sometimes the voice just isn't there to handle it. Based on the location of the puck drop, I'm going to assume that the puck came to rest under a Stars player. That finally caused the whistle and got the puck outside of Wolves territory. So, 3:40 left to go. Here's Mullins. Fitzpatrick with a wind-up. Larkin now with a shot. Oh, a nice glove save from Crozier. Saw that all the way. Made it look a lot easier than it was. So some solid goaltending at both ends. Most goals as a result of a scramble. Back the other way. I never did give you the shots from the first period. I don't have them for the second yet. Oh, shot right on Young. Nice save again. The Wolves chip that wide. 7 for the Wolves in period number 1, 12 for the Eastern Stars. I wouldn't want to venture a guess what period number 2 was look like. Nice move. All the way through was Thomas. And this is Walker, the speedy and determined skating of Braylon Walker. Takes it as far as she can in the Wolves' territory. Back to the point. There's a shot on the stick of play. Oh, boy. There's that voice again. Excuse me, but huge glove save from Peyton Crozier. What a dandy that was. Nice shot by Caden's player as well. Puck slips through both D, and this will send Myers back for it. 2.5 minutes left in the period. 4-3 Wolves. Stars chip that deep, but not deep enough for icing. Back for it is Richards. McKenzie trying to pick that off. She does so successfully. To the point, shot in. Myers redirection. And the puck is loose and scores! And we have ourselves a tie hockey game. Crozier made the initial key save, and the rebound was there to be scooped up. And wow, just like that, the Wolves' 2-goal lead has vanished. Crozier now with a nice glove save, the side of the goal. That one by Bellaray Matheson, who is able to chip that in. That's Matheson's second of the year. In front again, scores! Ludley! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ludley with her 22nd of the season. Excuse me, now 23rd. Her second of the night. And the Stars have come roaring back in the last 4 minutes to score 3 and take the lead. This is going to set up a dandy period number 3. Young, the shot is there, the save is made, the puck on the goal line. And unlike the other end, where the Stars were able to tap a couple of those in, Stars were able to prevent that one from being tapped in. Now offside delayed variety as we've hit the 60-second remaining mark. Oh, and boy, the romantic music coming on here on Valentine's Day. And the Stars fans have to love what's going on right now. And hockey fans in general, what a great game these two teams have treated us to. Back the other way, Pino with speed. Pino all the way down. Behind the goal, kept in now by Duncan for the moment. Now it's free. 3 Stars charging after it. Player approaching the goal. Went high and too high. 30 seconds left. Kept in by Ginnan. Finds a stick of player. Trying to find line mate Walker. It pops free. Fitzpatrick got there ahead of Duncan. McNeil, pardon me. And the Wolves will ice this one just to take the temperature down in their own zone with 12 seconds remaining. Big face-off coming up down to the left of goaltender Crozier, who's been very, very good, acrobatic in many cases, making some huge saves, and just a couple of rebounds weren't able to be cleared out. And that is the difference in this one now. 12 seconds. Face-off. Lutley can't get it. Oh, it does come out. Now here's a race for it. Time on the clock is 5 seconds. Shot. Young save. Another big save. Wow. 2 saves by Young to end period number 2. Those were enormous. And that certainly could have ended in a tie game. After 2, we've got ourselves a 5-4 Eastern Stars lead. We'll step away for a second intermission. We hope you'll join us again in 15 minutes. We'll get those shots for you after the intermission. Come on back and join us. Period number 3 is coming right up. All set and ready to go for an exciting third period upcoming. Glad you're able to join us again. Puck drop at center, won by the Wolves. A frantic last 5 minutes of play has taken the Eastern Stars into a 5-4 advantage as we begin period number 3 on senior night, as 6 of the Stars were recognized. They'd love nothing more than to win their last home game in their minor hockey careers, and the Wolves will have something to say about that. They've had 2-goal leads twice this evening. 3 times, in fact. 2-0, 3-1, and 4-2. But it was a frantic display put on by the Stars, capitalizing on their opportunities. And now they are ahead 5-4 with an icing upcoming, and will send the puck down into Stars territory. Shots on goal in period number 2 favored the Wolves, in fact. 16-11 was the edge. And even after 2 at 23 were the shots. Behind the net, the Stars work it back and forth with some pressure. Now they get it out to McGinnis. She'll cross the red line, chip forward. Player is in there against McPherson. Comes back to the point. It slips outside. Larkin unable to contain it. Puck settles on the Stars' blue line. They'll go forward with it. Looked offside, but we will get another penalty, in fact. This one goes to the Wolves, I believe, for a slash. And Thomas goes directly to the penalty box, as she knew it was against her. So nursing a 1-goal lead, the Stars with the player advantage now to begin period number 3. Player Lutley, Mullins, Larkin, and Fitzpatrick make up the power play unit. Wolves with a nice job to get that deep back to the stick of Young. She settles it for Fitzpatrick. 20 seconds gone in the minor penalty to Thomas. Lutley now after some pressure from Stevenson. And the Stars still unable to clear their zone. Mullins past the outstretched reach. A nice job. And the Wolves have done a good job pressuring the Stars. Not able to get anything set up. Now maybe. Mullins on the puck, battles Mills. Settles back to Lutley and go across ice. Matheson. Stick check now. Murray in a battle with it with Fitzpatrick. Overskated at the red line. And back the other way. Larkin able to keep it in. Gets it to Mullins. Lutley and Raina Fitzpatrick will go back to Larkin. Frustratedly lets that get through her. She heads for the bench. Could be a tire. That's a long shift for Larkin. Sent from Young all the way up. And Raina Fitzpatrick tried to make a back pass, but it landed behind her own goal line. So the Stars really unable to get anything generated on this first power play of period number 3. Off the stick of McGinnis, onto the stick of Richards, and that will effectively end the power play for the Stars. Excellent job by the Wolves PK unit. Nice move at center. Offside, Walker. That was an excellent move by Citrome to slide through the Wolves blue line, but Walker just a little too eager on that one. Not able to be kept in by McKenzie. A nice no-look pass from Thomas. Now here comes Western. Nice save from Young off the bank of the boards. And that keeps that at a one-goal lead. That was a little more adventure than it perhaps expected to be. Face off on the right dot. Back comes McKenzie charging her. She'll chip it in and chase it. Pino forced to retreat. The goal behind her goal to Waugh. Gindon collects that in neutral ice territory, trying to find Mullins. Waist-high pass, unable to pull that in. McPherson gets it to the half wall and not out. And back comes Webster, trying to find the puck. She was ahead of it. Neat move from Larkin. And now here's Mullins. She'll go one-on-one. Mullins takes a shot. Crozier with the save. Mullins picks up the rebound. The Ludley, the shot from wide. And that's collected by Crozier for the hold. Back to the point, Larkin. One of the 6 seniors honored here tonight on the Stars team. Their last home game. All the way through is Stevenson, and it will be another Stars penalty as Stevenson was upended. This will put the Wolves back on the power play, looking to level this one at 5. Larkin called for the infraction. Nice work there by Pino to keep that in for the moment. Larkin with the slash. McNeil picks it up. McNeil has Stevenson on the wing. McNeil cuts to the right side, lugging the puck on the backhand all the way around. McNeil looking to dump it. Back to the point. McPherson picks it up. She'll go back to McNeil in the half wall. One-time shot. Excellent setup. Stevenson couldn't get a lot on that. Centered in front. Stevenson now scores! Excellent work behind the goal to find Miley Stevenson in front. And she levels this game at 5. I hope you don't have any late night date plans for Valentine's Day because you will have to cancel them. We've got an impressive 14 minutes coming your way. Maybe call Skip the Dishes or DoorDash. Do not leave this game. A lot of pride on the line here. Nobody wants to lose to the island rival. Speaking of island rivals, there will be on the boys' side Now here's in front. Shot! Oh, did Crozier get a piece of that? Boy, oh boy, McGuigan was in all alone. It'll be another battle of the Island rivals. That one's going to be offside on Monday Islander Day between the Charlottetown Knights and the Kensington Wild. And originally scheduled was going to be another Island battle between the Eastern Dukes and the Western Rebels. However, due to, shall we say, roster adjustments, forcing the Wild and Knights to call up a lot of members of the Dukes and Rebels, that game will be postponed. So, on Islander Day, and Islander Day weekend, lots of Island hockey action. We're glad you're with us here this evening. Nutley had it knocked off for a stick. Now there's a shot. Oh, Young with a quick leg save. That one had a lot on it and had a corner in mind. Young turned that away. A couple of big saves there from Young. McNeil. Her progress interrupted by Mullins. Can she get the shot away? Glove on it from Crozier. The rebound was wide. Puck was really on a tough angle for Mullins to do a lot with it. Back forward is Blackyer. Onto the stick of Pino. She stopped at center. Regaining it, however, is Mills. Pino follows her up in front of the Stars bench. Escapes outside the blue line. Turned over to Stevenson. Back the other way is Caitlin McGinnis. Stevenson all the way back. Rims it around the board. Picked up by Mills. Kate Waugh stops. Pressure on her by Player. Up to Mills. Player regains possession. Shot now. Crozier sees that all the way. Able to get that into the corner. Braylon Walker now for the Stars with possession. Trying to get a pass in front. Does so. McKenzie couldn't get the full stick on that now. McKenzie regains possession. Good pressure now by the Stars. Wanting to take their lead back. Citrom able to hold that in. McKenzie takes a shot. Crozier with a save. It's along the side of the goal. Back in front. Shot high over everything. That may be into the mesh, and it is. So 11-11 remains on this Valentine's Day battle. Now the Stars with a bit of a turn in pressure. Aislinn McAdam, she'll come back. She's got help. Trying to find Stevenson. Pass couldn't connect with her. Following up, however, is Murray. Murray takes a tumble. Stevenson now shot. Heavy save from Young. Mullins with Lutley. And wouldn't one of these on senior night like to be the hero? Crozier, however, with a nice glove save, and that stuck to her like Velcro. Puck drop on the other side of Peyton Crozier, who's played a dandy game tonight, as has Young. Don't let the 5-5 score fool you. There have been big saves at either end of the rink. I'm just hoping I've got a voice that will carry us through another 10 plus minutes of action. Back the other way. Shot. Nice block from Larkin. Falls up here is Blackyer with a shot that didn't hit the net. Maria McPherson pinches in. Right in front, picked up by Larkin smartly, and she'll set out the other way. Banks it off the boards. Thomas, shots! McNeil just missed the net. It's back in front again. There have been some lovely passing plays and setups in this one. We're less than 10 minutes to go in the period. It's 5-5. Don't go anywhere. Here's McPherson. Nice stick check by McGuigan. McKenzie will backhand that deep. Mills got help from Waugh. Crozier chips that back to McPherson. And now Stevenson sets out. She'll go deep. Gindon fell on the play. It's going to be a good race for icing, and hustle from Mills has negated the icing. Excellent effort there from Kayla Mills. Gets to center and no further. The Wolves going to turn the Stars back again. 8:50 is what we have to go in the third period. Will we see free hockey on Valentine's Day? That one's offside. Duncan didn't realize it, and she carried it in. But I believe the right call was made on that one. Now, if you want the statistics, the Stars have won 94.1% of the games that they led after 2. We'll go to the other side. The Wolves, who were trailing after 2, have won 4% of the games that they have played trailing after 2. But we're tied now. Oh, that's a heavy shot from Lutley and a nice blocker save from Crozier. Another one from Larkin and a big collection there by Crozier. Interestingly enough, the Wolves have won every game when leading after 2. And we're underway again now with just 8 minutes remaining. That was redirected. Crozier saw that all the way into the corner. Will there be a hero tonight? Will the Wolves ruin senior night? Walker goes wide, forced there from Pino. Walker still with the puck, trying to center it, still with the puck. It lands in front, there's a scramble, it comes away is McNeil, and she's got help. Thomas to the left, McNeil tried to split the D, picked up by Thomas. 7:24. That's what remains. Long pass from Walker, tried to find McGuigan. McGuigan takes possession. Ran into a wall of Wolves. And back the other way is McPherson. She's had herself a dandy game tonight. Now Mills. Push wide, no call on the play. Matheson able to get that out just over the stick of McKenzie. However, the puck goes deep into Wolves territory. We're approaching 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. What a beauty of a game on a beauty of a day. Shot, glove save. In and out of the glove for Crozier. Shot, the rebound, another save. Slides, and it's in. Raina Fitzpatrick, as Crozier slid to one side. And it is now a 6-5 game. Raina Fitzpatrick, second in rookie points. 41, very impressive rookie season. And another strong rookie, Kinley Duncan, playing in this game, of course, for the Wolves. But it's now 6-5 with about 6 minutes remaining here in period number 3. Most all goals have come on scrambles. It's just a matter of which way the rebound bounced. So Fitzpatrick's 16th on the season in her 42nd point. Now, she's not going to catch Hallie Rose McLean, I'm afraid. However, but she's in second place for all rookies, which is very, very impressive. And the Stars have 2 more years of Raina Fitzpatrick. Annabelle Daniel is the leading point getter for rookies, for Moncton, those Moncton Rockets. In fact, she leads the league, does Daniel. That's impressive as a rookie. And leads it by 7 points at this point, so not a small lead. Mullins hits 3rd in the league. But right now, everything's about tonight. Young makes an adjustment to the gear. Wolves. And we will have another penalty now coming the way of this Wolves, I believe. This will be Pino. And this is not what the Western Wolves and their fans wanted to see at this stage of the game. Down a goal and then down a player. Puck finds its way to Larkin at the point. Mullins, Fitzpatrick, all seniors. The only senior not on the ice is Grace Dunn, and she's on the bench as a backup tonight. Stevenson able to get that pass. Fitzpatrick. Wolves may need to take advantage of a mistake at this point. Down a player and down a goal. Mullins into the slot. Nice poke check from Richards. Not out. Fitzpatrick, another shot. Mullins may have gotten a tip on that. And Richards able to send that the length of the ice. So a good penalty kill thus far for the Western Wolves. Excuse me. Walker now. Onside. Fitzpatrick, who has the go-ahead goal. Will it stand up as the game winner? Gloved down by Crozier. Off the stick of Caitlin McGinnis. .340 remaining. Shot, Crozier got a glove on that. It's into the corner. Hard shot from Matheson. Now Walker, Crozier making it look easy. Tough angle shot by Walker. Went short side. Crozier had that under control. Walker and McNeil. Face-off combatants. Good battle there by Crozier with the stick to take it off of the stick of Walker. In front now, can't get it to McKenzie. 20 seconds remain in the player advantage. Chipped over the net. That took, as McPherson tried to clear that, it took a sharp angle redirect off a skate, and that could have been dangerous. Stars are pushed backwards. Penalty is Pino is over. And now inside of 3 minutes, the Wolves need one to tie. Citrom doing some good work to keep it in. Now McKenzie. Tight angle. That's high over Crozier. Player in there. Comes to the stick of McGuigan. Can't get a clean shot away. McPherson backhands that up. And now the Wolves come away with Thomas. Needs some support. Wolves are changing. Thomas will take on the entire Stars team. Duncans finally arrives, as does Stevenson. Now back the other way. Kate Wall, last back. Player challenging her. And this will be a penalty on Waugh, I believe. A slash. Took the stick out of Caden's player. And boy, oh boy, that is a tough time to take a penalty. However, the pressure being put on by player, sometimes you do what you have to do. And 2 late penalties by the Wolves. Now Stevenson. Will Stevenson do it? Stevenson! Oh, Young with a huge save. Stevenson looking to be a hero. A shorthanded goal. The net is empty now. Bold move. However, that tells you how much the Wolves need to win this one. Want to win this one. Scores! I believe redirected by Captain Ellie Mullins. So a bold move by the Wolves to try to level this one at 6. Results in a goal by Captain and points leader for the Stars, Ellie Mullins. A minute and 35 seconds remain in the Battle of PEI. And it has been a dandy. What a privilege to be here to see this one tonight on Valentine's Day. Both teams with excellent efforts. And while it's not over yet, the Wolves have a pretty steep hill to climb here in a minute and 19 seconds. And if you enjoyed this one, we're going to do it all over again on Monday. 6:20 is the ice time. I will be here with you. Shot in. And that misses Young. McPherson able to keep that in at the blue line. And it looks like on senior night, the Stars are going to come away with a huge win. Although it was a great game played by both teams. Another penalty this time, I believe, going the way of the Stars. So stranger things have happened. We've got 30, almost 3 seconds left. And it will be Myers with the slashing call. So, timeout will be called by the Wolves. David Chisholm, gather the troops. On the Wolves half, Coach Blaine Fitzpatrick on the Stars side. And we'll see what 33 seconds will do to change the outcome of this. Wolves need 2 to tie. Of course, a vital face-off. Larkin, after the Stars win, might have been deflected off a stick, and that went up into the mesh behind the goal. That takes us to 28 seconds. Puck one, now back to McNeil. Net is empty, of course, 6 on 4. Can they get 2? You got to start with 1. Nice save by Young. Backhand. Again, another crease challenge. Murray. Young with a huge goal line stand. Excellent effort by McNeil to hustle over there. Now that's turned over to Mullins, and that will do it. The goal will count with, I believe, 1 second remaining. It really obviously won't change the outcome other than to pad the stats for Mullins. A special night for her and 5 of her longtime teammates here. And that will run out the clock. So the final from Simmons Sports Center. The Eastern Stars 8, the Western Wolves 5. A dandy game played by both teams, to be quite honest. Special Valentine's Day treat for all of us here in attendance. We wish you a good rest of your evening. Thanks so much for joining me, Mark Rooney, on High Button Sports. And save the date on Islander Day at 6:20. We'll be back with Game 5 in the season series. We hope you're able to join us then. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your night, and happy Valentine's Day to all.